Here are our best bets for the NFL this weekend. We're going the same as we just did for college. Our 3 picks against the spread, and then we're going to do the can't miss, won't miss NFL parlay at the end. I'm going to start first this time because I let you go first last time. We'll alternate each week, okay?
Sure.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
Browns -2.5 against the Jets. Give me a look there. What's the look?
I'm just listening. I'm just trying to listen patiently.
The Jets just did one of the craziest things that we've ever seen a team do at the trade deadline. Ever. They got rid of everything that they could get rid of. They got rid of one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL in Quinnen Williams. They got rid of one of the best corners in the NFL in Sauce Gardner. Good for them. Going OKC Thunder style. Good for them. But that does not constitute good football. I don't know the history, and I probably should have seen if I could find any data on this. Actually, I don't think we could find any data. Nobody's ever done something like this. Their roster is depleted. I think their spirits are low, and this feels like a Browns game where they eke out a close win. I'm taking the 2.5 points.
Now, we talked about this on the weather hit today. It's going to be a lot of rain, a lot of wind on Sunday.
That doesn't work for Justin.
It's going to be, Justin. Oh, don't call him Justin. Oh, it's Justin Fields to you. Come on. Justin's not an NFL quarterback name alone.
No, it's
I'm
not.
sorry. It has to be Justin Herbert, Justin Fields. That's how it works. I like the Browns in this one. I don't like the Browns against anybody else in the league except for the New York Jets. That was your first pick? Wow, you leave me with my first. Carolina giving 5.5 to New Orleans.
Damn it!
Yeah, of course. It's the best bet of the weekend, Joe. It's the best bet of the weekend in the NFL. Carolina is going to stomp out New Orleans, worst team in the NFL against the spread, 2-7 in their 9 games. 2-7. They don't cover. You know what Carolina does? I'll give you a hint. They cover. 6-3. They are working it. Somehow, this Carolina team that had no expectations going into the season, quarterback questions, head coach questions, where's the depth on defense? All of these questions thrown out the window because they're playing good football. They're not playing great football, but they're playing good enough football to beat the Saints, the lowly New Orleans Saints, by 7. They'll do that. We'll even take 6. I don't need an extra 1.5. They're going to stomp out the Saints.
Yeah, I didn't look at my board. I'm a dummy. I should have been. I was too busy before the show making sure our tech setup was good. I'm making excuses. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Isn't this your bit? Isn't it your bit bet against the Saints?
It is. And also Tyler Shuck is now starting.
Oh, he's solid, right? He's young also too, right?
No, he's 40.
Oh, okay. Well, he's been in the league for a while.
I'm genuinely devastated that I just let you have that one.
Well, you better take the next most obvious one because I'm looking right at it.
Oh, now I'm starting to overthink this.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Are you... Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute.
There's a lot of good lines in the NFL this week, man. A lot of good teams playing bad teams. A lot of good teams playing teams that don't have their starting quarterback.
All right, I'm going to go Lions -8.5 versus the Commanders. That I didn't have that written down, but then it spoke to me. That was one of my parlay. Well, actually, I won't spoil that. Actually, no, it wasn't one of my parlay picks. I am definitely going to take Lions -8.5 against the Commanders. What you just said, Mariota. Look, I think that we've kind of painted him to be a really good backup in the NFL. I think he's solid, but one thing has been pretty clear about this Commanders team. The age of the roster is caught up to it. They're not as defensively sound as they were previously. Their offense just doesn't have another avenue for them to turn to without Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is so gifted that he has elevated this team at a tremendously high level. So I gladly, if this thing is not going to get anywhere over 10 points, I am going to take Lions -8.5 against the Commanders.
Marcus Mariota is the best backup quarterback in the league for one game, or if he's stepping in mid-game.
Yep.
The second he gets a second start under his belt, he starts going back to Marcus Mariota hero ball, and that's not going to fit the Commanders. Commanders also coming off a short week, playing on Monday Night Football.
Yes,
getting
good
stomped
points.
out. No, were they Sunday night?
No, they were Monday night.
Yeah.
Monday night.
They got stomped out. Wait,
it was Sunday. It was Sunday. Who the heck was on Monday night?
Monday, a bad game?
Who the heck was the Monday night game? The Monday night game was bad too. Wait, why am I tripping up?
Yeah, I don't know. But look, the Commanders are rough this year. 3-6 against the spread. They're not covering. They're not winning a lot of ball games. They don't have the starting quarterback. It's a fine pick, Joe. It's one that I had. But I'm not worried about it.
Oh, it was Cardinals Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that disaster.
That was also a bad game.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay, my next pick, which I can't believe you skipped over also, giving me another freebie. Buffalo given 9.5 versus the Dolphins. Are you kidding?
The spread's so big in this it's at the Dolphins, and I just don't know. Usually when we get in this part of the year where this is a weird analysis, you're the weather guy. You've got the team that's coming from the really cold part of the country playing in the really hot part of the country, and the Dolphins have that awful sunbeam setup where you're completely getting baked in the sun. So I don't know if that plays into it, but go ahead, give your analysis.
Let me tell you something about Buffalo. Their fans travel well. Their fans travel better than Baltimore Ravens fans. And the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins after last week's Thursday Night Football game was complaining about the crowd noise from Ravens fans while he was playing at home. Tua is falling apart. He is cracking at the seams. No confidence in this team. They have nothing going. I can't believe they also just dished out Jalen Phillips, one of the best defensive players.
Good point.
So
good point.
They're even more depleted. Quarterback that has had 3 straight weeks with 3 straight major gaffes at the podium, and I'm supposed to think that they're going to hang with Buffalo? No shot. This is the second easiest pick. Maybe best team in the league versus arguably the worst team in the league.
I can't argue with that. I think that is tremendous logic. I just feel like sometimes these divisional games get really tricky, and out of nowhere you peer up and you look at red zone and you're like, why is that game so close? Why is this game 16-17 right now? And why hasn't Buffalo separated? I think there's always that one little trap with a game of 2 teams in the same division.
We got to get the language rules corrected on this show because I'm pocketing a couple ones here.
What do you mean? Not cursing at me? No F word. I think an occasional shit here and there is fine. Nothing that's too graphic.
Sure.
Which I think should be understood.
Yeah. I think this game is going to be graphic. I think Buffalo is going to be real graphic to Miami.
Seahawks minus 6.5.
Good pick.
Did you want this one?
It's
Against the Cardinals. Look, I know the Cardinals are great on Monday Night Football. I get that they looked like a football team for once against the Cowboys. I think that the Seahawks team is so legit, and I have been so bought in on them. That Sunday night performance was really eye-opening after my eyes had already been wide open. They couldn't be more open. I lost my eyelids. They're gone. Completely gone. You can't find them anymore. I think Sam Darnold and this offense are operating at an elite level. I think that this defense is starting to hit its stride. I'm obsessed with the play that Nicky Manwari had where he blew up that screen.
He's tremendous.
I think that this whole team is about to hit its stride to be like what the Vikings were last year and finish the year with like a 3-loss record. This Cardinals team, the line, you're catching it at a good time because I think enough stupid people are going to think, oh, the Cardinals are great on Monday Night Football. Not so fast. They're playing a bad defense.
Really bad defense.
Like the Cowboys. So give me the Seahawks.
Great pick. Tremendous pick. Seahawks, best team in the NFL against the spread and against the spread margin. So they're not just beating the spread barely. They're smoking it. I think they're upwards of 8 on that, which is really solid. Hey.
I can't do that.
Additionally, Arizona puts Kyler Murray on IR, starting Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett's a good backup. Jacoby Brissett's not going to beat the Seattle Seahawks, and he's not going to throw 3 touchdowns that's needed to be able to challenge them, and the Cardinals' run game is really, really sorry. They are down, I think they're top 3 backs, so you can't throw the ball. You can't run the ball. What are you going to do? They're going to lose to Seattle by more than 7. Good pick, Joseph. My final pick.
All right.
Bears giving 4.5 to the New York Football Giants. Chicago's coming off an emotional, crazy-ass win against Cincinnati that could roll into a more stable, hey, that was fun. Let's get back to the basics here and run the rock like we've been doing it well at. Bears, second best run offense in the league. Giants, second worst run defense in the league. You can see a healthy dose of Kyle Monangai coming back
Kyle
to Jersey and just torching it. You think he's comfortable running the rock in November in New Jersey?
Yes.
Yes, of course he is.
Hell yeah, he is.
He's going to have a monster game. I'm sure Jackson Dart's going to throw a couple picks, not because he's bad, but because Chicago has the number one turnover margin per game. They're averaging like 1.6. It's really good. The Bears are crazy. The Bears are disappointing. They are erratic, but they are a better team right now than the Giants. 4.5 is fine with me.
The biggest part about this, the Bears rushing offense is top 10 right now. I forget exactly where they sit. I think they're like covering around 5. One of the best rushing offenses in the NFL. Giants run defense, one of the worst in the NFL. They can't stop anything. There also is a rumor that came out today that Daboll was fired after the Broncos game because ownership was so pissed off, and then the next day they took it back. They apparently
Costanza'd it?
Yeah, they like calmed down and they're like, "We'll give you a little bit longer." That was what the rumor that came out today. I think it was.
That's crazy.
I think it was Marash who came out with that. Who said that today? Who's a WFAN guy? I believe was who that. So I think that after that happened, yeah, it was Sean Marash who came out with that today.
He's not sticking around even if with Dart. He can't be. Yeah. He's I know he found Dart, and I thought that was a cute argument for a little bit that they were gonna, after the first win that they had together. Now I'm starting to see this kid is better than his head coach, and they need to get somebody that is better than that kid, and then they're actually going to start to blossom.
That's been my whole argument this entire time. But I think that when I read that today, that Marash, WFAN guy, I don't know if it's a real report or not, but he seemed to really stand behind it. I think that you can visibly see that something like that happened. When they played against the Eagles and then they played against the 49ers, the only person who's trying right now is Dart.
Yeah.
Everybody is checked out. And Dart, good credit to Dart for putting in effort. No one is putting in effort right now. It is really very clearly a fractured ship. And we're talking about a 4.5-point spread against a Bears team. It's riding high after a game that they weren't supposed to win. Easily would take that.
I should have known better on Dart. The writing was on the wall that he was going to be this good. I mean, playing hard when it doesn't matter. He did plenty of that at Ole Miss, and that
well, the problem is that he would play too hard and he would make really, really brutal mistakes. Okay, so our can't miss, won't miss 6-leg parlay for the NFL. I'll start us off with the first leg here that is in the line with that pick. Let's get it a little easier, though. We'll get us a nice little cushion. We'll play it safe. Bears minus 220 money line against the Giants. We're going to throw that down first.
That's fine with me. I'll go with another simple, easy one. Texans money line minus 102 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm not worried about them getting Jacoby Myers, Jacksonville. I'm not worried about anything that Jacksonville is doing. I don't think they're a very good team. I think the Texans have been brutalized this year. They have had rough patches. They have had some inconsistencies, but they are a better team than the Jacksonville Jaguars. I just really believe C.J. Stroud is going to elevate in an AFC South matchup. They're going to dog them boys.
All right, can you throw that in there?
Yeah, I'm throwing it in.
My next one, let me just drop mine in there. My next one, Seahawks minus 300 money line against the Cardinals. We already talked about this, why we have a lot of faith in the Seahawks this weekend, why we really like the Seahawks. I like to just kind of throw whenever I build a parlay and I'm trying to build a couple, kind of cushions in there, I like to go with a pick that around 300 odds, one that's around 200 odds, and then I like to get like a plus odds pick to just make it a little bit more exciting. So this one's minus 300. It feels like the one big lock win of the week, the team that's going to win, that's going to get out of that game, and we won't even think twice about whatever the score is.
I'm fine with that. Can I give you a primetime play that I fell in love with?
Go for it.
That is the under. In the Steelers-Chargers game, under overline is set at 44.5. Chargers just lost Joe Alt to another high ankle sprain.
That's a good point.
Expect Justin Herbert to be under constant duress from the Pittsburgh defense. Additionally, Pittsburgh's offense has been decent. They haven't been world beaters, and the Chargers defense is solid. So we're going to see some turnovers. We're going to see some fumbles. We're going to see a lot of, they didn't capitalize there when they should have. The Chargers are injured to all hell. Pittsburgh, old, frisky, but that does not make for a high-scoring affair.
I'm going to add in here same game. We're going to go Steelers money line at plus 126. Actually, no, wait. No, I take that back. Chargers.
What do you mean?
No, I didn't write it down. Chargers minus 148 money line in this situation. Body clock game. It's an 8:21 kickoff, understandably, but in a lot of situations, oftentimes, when you have a West Coast team hosting an East Coast team in one of these primetime late games, it is an advantage for the West Coast team. So I didn't realize that this was in LA when I wrote this down initially, so we're going to go with Chargers minus 148 money line.
That's fine. Does fallback do anything to that?
Well,
I didn't even know we fell back this weekend.
Neither did I. I woke up feeling refreshed. I was like, "Oh, why do I feel so good right now?" And
I felt the exact same. I'm like, "Oh, I guess an hour slipped in there somewhere."
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe you need to sleep better. All right. Last one.
It's not that easy on a 50-year-old bed. It's all tough.
It's not a 50-year-old bed that I gave you. It's a decently new bed. All right. Last leg.
My last leg. Oh, this is tough. Okay. Time to make a big decision here between two teams that I like that are favorites against good teams. I will go with Tampa Bay 2.5, giving 2.5 to the New England Patriots. And I would only do that because Drake May had his worst game of the season last week against the Atlanta Falcons, who are about a bag of dog ass. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
very clean of you.
Are very, very good. They're a really solid team. They're coming off a bye. They're still getting healthy. I know. Bucky Irving is still questionable. I know Godwin's still questionable. Even if they aren't, I think they get in Drake May's head. I think Atlanta gave some teams a bit of the script of what to do against May. I don't think it's going to be a lot of the Glazers coming out. Drake May, best deep ball passer in the league. Mark it. Oh, I was so right about Drake May. You weren't. You hated him, and I knew you did also. So there's a bunch of liars surrounding themselves around Drake May.
Is that a very specific person?
Tampa, there's a lot of very specific people that are getting on that bandwagon that don't want to own up what they were saying. But Tampa, really good team. I know we kind of forgot about them because there's been a lot of excitement the last 2 weeks. They're going to roll over New England.
All right, our $5 6-leg parlay gets us at plus 2,175 odds to win $108.80. Let's lock it in.